So welcome back to another episode, and yes, I'm going to get my hair cut. I know. What I wanted to do today is talk to my hair cutter, George. He's in his late 60s, and he's an avid gamer, and he's never talked about video games on camera before, and I love this guy. We have the best conversations, and I thought, why don't I get a haircut and we talk about video games? Let's go. There he is. There he is. Good morning, George. It's 8 o'clock in the morning.
There's a place down the road that'll help you out.
So I'm here every single month visiting my friend George, getting a haircut. And how long have you been cutting hair for now, George?
Well, I started in 1974.
Yeah?
I started in London, 1974, finished my training in 76.
Yeah.
And so I've been going for quite a while now.
Well, yeah, like 1974, that's the year I was born. That's like, I was 50 years old.
2 years now, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, and you started in England, eh?
I started in England, yeah.
Yeah. And you've been cutting my hair for now, how long?
I've been cutting your hair about 4 years.
4 years.
And Philip was doing your hair, first of all.
Yeah, for anybody who knows the show, Philip was in the Happy Console Gamer movie.
Right.
And it shocked both me and you that he passed away from cancer. Yeah, I know. We've got a picture of him right here. I love it. Yeah, we love Philip so much. He was such a wonderful guy. And that's how I met George.
Right.
And then Philip passed away, sadly. And then, we got together to cut my hair. And we've developed a friendship. And what nobody knows is that you're in your late 60s and you're an avid video gamer.
That's right.
Yeah, like what got you into video games?
I mean, I played a little bit in the arcades in the 70s, and I got involved in games. And then I got married, had a kid.
Yeah.
And this Nintendo system came out. I thought, well, I've got to get my son, Nintendo, so I bought him that. But it was me, I found, that was more interested in playing the games than he was.
Yeah.
So I'd get home from work, kick him out of the way and get into the game, and start. So that's what started.
Do you remember what your first game was on Nintendo?
I think it was Galaga. It was a game that I was playing in the arcades.
Yeah.
Right? And so I started playing this game. Strange experience, really, because first time I was playing on this Nintendo system, I'm playing away, and then my character dies.
Yeah.
And I instinctively sort of went to grab a quarter because I was so used to. So I went like that, and it was like, oh, what do I do? And I looked back, my character respawned.
Yeah.
And at that moment, I thought, wow, this system, is amazing that you can just play on and on forever, without worrying about it. Just die anytime.
It's all in your home.
It's all in your home. You don't have to go anywhere. It was fantastic. That's the first time I saw the wonder of these home consoles,
So what consoles have you had over the years?
Well, I've had Nintendos. I bought the Xbox because of Halo.
Yeah,
I saw that game looked fabulous. So I
yeah.
bought the Xbox because of Halo. Went into PlayStation 2. So, a few of them.
A few of them.
Yeah.
So here, let's go into modern times. What are you playing now?
Well, I'm playing Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah.
I like first-person sort of styles. I played Sandland. I watched your review about that one.
Yes.
And that was great. It looked great. I liked the desert. It looked like Borderlands or something. I thought, I'm going to get that. So I went that night and downloaded it.
So did you get it because of my review?
I got it. Not that I... yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it because of your review. Yeah.
But did you enjoy it? Because here, can I just say my little thing about Sandland? I did a review on it, and I love the game a lot. And a lot of people, I don't think, are into the game. It's one of those games that's going to be like a bit of a cult classic. Yeah. And you're a guy, you never watched Dragon Ball or anything like that, or Akira Toriyama. So,
No.
But you like the idea that it was like Borderlands in the desert? That's what attracted you?
Yeah, and it's quite a simple game. It's got a nice story to it.
Yeah.
It was easy to play, and you can really fall in love with it. So
yeah,
I played it a lot.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that I ranted and raved about, and I love the game.
Yeah.
And I think some people are going, I found it boring. It's just in the desert. You're going along. There's not much to do. I'm like, there's a lot to do. There's a lot to explore
It's just
in the
endless.
game. What's your favorite video game of all time?
I've got to say, probably the most fun I've had in video games is Far Cry 2.
Oh, wow.
When I was playing Far Cry 2 single player, never played multiplayer before.
Yeah.
And somehow I got this gift certificate to join multiplayer.
Yeah.
And I kind of wasn't really interested, sat it on the shelf for a while. Finally, I thought, well, let me give it a go. So I went and joined multiplayer.
Yeah.
Played a bit of Halo, got trounced. Played a few other games that I was playing. I thought, well, let me try Far Cry 2.
Yeah.
I got on that, and the maps were amazing. You can actually make your own maps in Far Cry games, right?
Right.
But the maps were amazing. I was getting trounced, but I really liked the game. And as in time, I began to join up with friends, and then we'd end up in game rooms, party rooms, and I joined a clan.
Yeah.
And we started playing some ferocious games. It was intense and it was fantastic. And it was brilliant. Like, we had a lot of fun playing.
So like the multiplayer didn't like intimidate you? Because I get intimidated by because playing against these younger guys now, they'll just annihilate me.
Well, I don't even, like, I'd like to go on Call of Duty, let's say.
Yeah.
You don't even last 3 seconds in that bloody game and you're just dead, right?
People are just camping.
And the thing is, they're so good now. They've played it from the beginning. They've got elite weapons. So you don't stand a chance, right?
No.
So it's something I just don't even bother going into, you know.
The Covenant presence here is stronger than I anticipated. They seem to have the entire region secured.
What is your favorite genre of game? Is it a first-person shooter, eh?
First-person shooter. I mean, I like to venture out a little bit and do other things once in a while to change the game up.
Right.
But, now, while I do this, Johnny, I know this is nothing about video games, but I have warned you about my Tuesday morning haircuts, haven't I?
Oh, yes.
You know about those. There's a sign on the door that says, it's Tuesday, come at your own risk.
Yeah,
you know that, right?
Because he turns me into Guile every time from Street Fighter. Do you know how many people are saying slowly I'm turning into Guile?
I'm just on another level.
For years, with Philip, when Philip cut my hair, we always cut my hair so short.
Yeah.
And then I was like, getting to my later 40s, I'm like, well, I still have hair, thankfully. Why don't I grow it out? And you were like, yeah, grow it out. And I was like, so that's what we've been doing.
This part here, just so everyone knows, freaks Johnny out. I'm not allowed near this. Every time I go near, he grabs it like this, and it's like, oh, you know.
I don't grab it. I don't, because we're trying to get it to a certain length and all of that. And you're the one who actually said to grow it long, which was a great idea.
Now I'm going to make some noise. Is that going to be
Yeah, let's just do it.
Now you might take your goggles off.
Oh, the goggles are off. Oh my, I'm so blind without glasses.
Oh, I can do anything then.
Oh, anything. Here we go. All my hair is gone.
Yeah. Number 2.
Oh, here we go. I'm going to turn into G.I. Jane here. Yeah. Will Smith's going to come up and slap you.
Oh, God.
Oh, this is a terrible mistake. I'm losing my hair. It's all gone.
The thing about people watching is they all go through this. Everyone's been to a stylist and had their hair done. It's a, you know.
Well, I feel very lucky that I can come in here on a Tuesday morning and we can sit and talk about video games.
Yeah, in actual fact, that's how it started. Philip introduced me to you. I remember that.
Yeah.
He said, oh, he's got this console game YouTube. I didn't know what he meant, really. He said,
sure.
You know, he likes video games. Oh, really? And I wandered over to you. Remember that?
Yeah.
And started talking. And every time you came in, I'd find myself there in front of Philip and talking to you about video, what's the latest games and all this kind of stuff.
And Philip was like, what are you guys talking about?
He was just in another world. It's not his thing, right? So
he was another British guy as well.
Yeah.
And very old school British. And he's like, what are you talking about? Like, sounds like gibberish. But I'll be honest with you, I thought you played video games, but I didn't know how hardcore you were until we started cutting our hair together here. I was like, oh my God, George is insane. George is nuts. But hey, there's one thing about George. He doesn't have a 4K TV. He's got all the next gen systems, but he does not have a 4K TV. And I'm like, George, you gotta get a 4K TV.
And you've drone on about it.
Because it makes such a massive difference.
Well, I know.
It makes such a massive difference. I mean, it's gonna pop for you. It's gonna.
Yeah.
I remember when I got my first 4K TV, I couldn't believe the difference.
Right. Well, I'm just on the verge of getting one, actually.
Yeah. You've been on the verge of getting one for the last 2 years. All right? It needs to happen. It absolutely needs to happen.
Yeah. Good.
Perfecto.
So far, Johnny boy, so good.
So I got to ask you, George, how far did you get in Sandlands?
I don't know, really. I'm probably about halfway through the game.
Right.
And then I stopped it and I went back to Left 4 Dead. You know, some of those zombies on Left 4 Dead are brutal. There's some areas that they are just surrounded and you're giving them everything you got and you end up dying.
Yeah.
When that happens, I'm out of here and I just quit and I go to another game, you know. And then you sort of come back refreshed, don't you? You know. I don't know about if you've ever experienced this in video games. I've experienced this time and time again, like games like Halo and that were very difficult some times. Mm-hmm. And I'd be at work cutting hair, but literally I'm not here. My mind is on the video game and I'm thinking,
That's good to know. I feel very in good hands here.
So my mind's on the game and I think, okay, what I'll do is I'll try to go through that door. And you're strategizing. Yeah. The whole time I'm away, I'm strategizing what to do. That's videoing at its best.
Do you know what I find the most funniest is like going to bed trying to finish something and I can't get through it. Yeah. And I wake up in the morning and I do it in like 3 seconds and I'm like, whoa, what is going on? That's a phenomenon.
How many times has that happened to you?
Oh, like every single time.
That's what I was just about to say. I said the funny thing about video games, you could be struggling with a point. Put it to bed, I'm done with it, right?
Yeah.
A couple of days later, you go, all right, let me get back on, and you know you're going to lose, and you go right through and you easily defeat that.
Whatever it was.
Whatever it was that was just ridiculous before.
Yeah.
You walk right through it, right? Time and time again, I've experienced that.
I think something about tiredness.
Maybe
on
it is
a night,
fatigue,
you're just like, you're like, this is too big, I can't do it.
By the time you come back, you're loose, oh, whatever, you know. You
Yeah,
start
yeah.
playing it. So you're kind of tense and everything. You're not at your best, really, I suppose. So.
Yeah.
I was playing this video game, Far Cry 2, and I wasn't playing it. I had my headphones on, talking to a friend of mine in Tennessee, and I'm on the game console, and we're in a party room talking to each other, but we're not playing. I'm creating a map on Far Cry. He's creating his own map. So we're talking away. Sometimes it's quiet. We're talking, and I look up in my front window, and all my neighbors have talked about hummingbirds in their neighborhood, and I've never seen them.
Yeah.
And all the people that live around me, they all get hummingbirds. I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting up there looking at it, and I fantasize, wouldn't it be wonderful? It's a lovely sunny day, big front window. Wouldn't it be wonderful, I said, if a hummingbird appeared right there like this? I thought, oh, wouldn't that be nice? Just really wanted it, right? I looked at it anyway, I get back to my game, right? The next day, is no word of a lie. The next day, I'm on that system, headphones, talking to the guy in Tennessee, we're creating maps, talking away like this, and I look up, and right there is a hummingbird. It's right where I pictured it, and it's flying like this. And I start freaking out, oh my God. He said, what's up? Oh, I couldn't talk. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? And finally it flew away. It stood there for about 8 seconds, I say, it went away. I said, oh my gosh, what's going on? And I told him, remember we were on yesterday, I said. Yeah. And I told him the experience I had, all my neighbors, and I looked and wished there was one. It just happened. Right. I just looked up at the window and there was one right there. I said, oh my God, you had a spiritual experience or something, you know.
Well, you know, it could be worse. It could have been some naked guy at your window flashing here. Right?
Oh, that's another story. So what happened the next day?
Yeah, that's the next day.
All right. Now I'm going to trim the top and then we'll do the coloring, all right?
Well, I don't think no color. Do we do
color today?
Do we need color? I don't think so.
I don't think you do, no.
No.
It's actually very blonde.
No,
let's just trim it a little bit. Right, you are.
Yeah, look at that guile hair there going on. So just a tiny bit off. Just a tiny bit.
That's edgy, isn't it? That stuff there. All right.
Yeah, look at that. I'm so lucky to be 50 and have a bit of hair because, you know, I worked with some guys back in the past that just turned 21 and were losing their hair.
Oh, that's too bad. Those are your best years, right?
I know, I felt so bad for them. I was just like, so I feel blessed. Did they say how, like I heard that I got my hair from my grandfather.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Well, you know, they say it's passed on from your mother's side, but I don't know. I've not really done research.
Yeah. But I feel very, very blessed for it. I'm like, that's why everybody's like, you have guile hair. I'm like, I will have guile hair till, you know, I pass away.
What's guile hair?
So Guile is a character out of Street Fighter.
Oh, I see. Oh, I never did that.
Right, and so when I put that putty in my hair to kind of do my hair, it goes like straight up like Guile.
Right.
Like absolutely.
Got you in my sights.
So like, what other games are you looking forward to? Do you go online and find out games? You're like, oh, this game looks interesting. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I generally go on. I'm on Facebook a lot, and they advertise this game's coming up. Yeah. This game's coming up in the future. 2024 new games. I look through them. The graphics in some of those are looking amazing. You know?
It's fascinating, George. Like you've never played like a role-playing game, eh?
Not really. Like I've done a little bit of it.
Yeah.
But I find I get bored. You know, I'm roaming around. That's why I actually stopped. I remember I was playing Zelda.
Right.
Because you're kind of roaming around and looking for things, and it just found I wanted a bit more action in my game.
You want instantaneous gratification.
Give me a gun, let me shoot at something, you know. And I also like, you know, like I say, strategizing. How can I get into this building without being seen?
Right.
And taking these people out and putting them in a, you know, and clearing it all out.
You should join the military and not cut hair, I think. Oh my God. It's funny because I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm right at the very end of the game. I'm always preaching RPGs to anybody I can, and I'd say like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is an amazing game. Yeah. It really is, because you are running around and you're getting into combat, and there's a really cool storyline there. Right. You know, and really good characters and good action. And I think it's something that you would enjoy, but I guess you just need some of that action going on. Yeah.
Now, what's that one? State of Decay? It's a zombie game. I've played 1 and 2, and they're just about to come out with State of Decay 3. Yeah. I'm not sure if it'll be this year, but there's rumors about it coming out. But that looks, they've taken it to another level. Oh,
really? Eh?
Yeah, the graphics on that look like a whole new game now.
Yeah, well, you know what? You don't play RPGs.
No.
And I don't play first-person shooters anymore.
Right, we should get together and play video games then.
Oh, 1-on-1 would be good. I think you'd slay me.
Yeah. I don't think so. I'm not that good. I got good at Far Cry, but that was about it.
Are you a sniper guy?
I have been a sniper guy, yeah.
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 You just sit back and boom, headshot.
I love sniping, yeah. I love stealth. Mainly it's more about stealth. I'm not really want to charge through and destroy everything in sight. You know?
Right.
So I think, Johnny boy,
Yeah.
you might be ready.
I think, is that good?
That's good, isn't it? Yeah.
Everybody's like,
Well, it's got to be done.
yeah,
Shall I do it for you today?
What's that?
Shall I do it for you today? Finish it?
Do you know
No,
what?
you don't.
You know what? We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
So, like, George, I just want to thank you for coming in and having a bit of a game chat.
Oh, for sure.
And talking about some things that you enjoy playing, some games that you like playing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And thank you for the haircut. I'll go back home and style it and all of that kinds of stuff. So, anyways, guys, until next time.